And we are live. How is everybody doing? It's Friday and it's time for another live stream. Sorry, I have been MIA, but I've actually been working on videos lately. A lot of crazy stuff happening this week. A lot of stuff in the studio, some exciting stuff. So we're going to be talking about that. Some good stuff coming on Monday and throughout the rest of next week. So I got a lot of good stuff going. How is everybody doing? It's Andrew, another live stream here on the channel. We have a lot of the regulars I see already in the chat. Let me know how it looks, how it sounds, because I want to make sure everything is looking good. Looks like we got really good bandwidth right now. I want to say hello to Tech Realm. How are you? And I've made you a moderator because you've been such a great contributor. You should be seen as a moderator on this channel. So if anybody gets out of line, Tech Realm, you have my permission to throw them out. Good to see Mallory here. How are you? Lots of deals on tech this weekend. Yeah, that's good. Let us know if you see any great deals, Mallory. I'm glad you could join us tonight. Fan Usual, how are you? Dimitri, good to see you again. Karaya, how are you? Oblivious Optimist, that's good. And I know, and you said you're getting the Dell XPS 15 via FedEx. I hope you have a better experience with FedEx than the condition that my box arrived in. If you saw my unboxing video, I have the Dell XPS 15 here, if we can get that camera working. Here it is. It's on top of the MacBook Pro 16. I wanted to show you some size differences. I also have the Dell XPS 13 here, and I also have the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 514 running the AMD Ryzen processors. So got a lot to do tonight. I don't want to go more than an hour. I don't know if my camera's going to crap out before then. Hopefully it won't. If you are new to the channel, this is a live stream I try to do every week. It's been a couple of weeks since I did the last one. Tonight we're going to talk about the Dell XPS 15 2020 and the Lenovo in the second half. But I want to get a few ground rules underway. If you want to ask me a question, go ahead. But if you do a super chat, you will be brought to the front of the line, so I will answer your questions. So that will be better for you if you want to do a super chat. It certainly helps out the channel. Memberships are now open, so I've already got some members already, and I'm going to be doing members only content very soon. I just want to get enough members that we can just start doing it. Probably anticipate within the week. I will do some special stuff coming soon. Now, as far as the channel is concerned, just a little update. We're at 87,500 or something to that effect. We're getting closer to 90,000, which probably will get in a couple of weeks. I anticipate getting to 100,000 and probably in about probably by October. Handquake, here are you. Howdy, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Yogi, good to see you. And I'm glad it looks good and sounds good. So that's very important, obviously, on a live stream. So let me switch over to the Dell XPS 15, which I took delivery of. Don't know why it's doing that. My A10 Mini is acting up. Let's see if we can get it. This is the Dell XPS 15. Now, there are a lot of controversy going on with this laptop, namely the touchpad, and a lot of controversy regarding that, whether or not it is a loose touchpad, whether there's too much of a gap around it. Now, I have not been experiencing really any issues with it. Now, some people say it's too loose, and I know some people have opened it up and actually went inside and tightened it. I have not had that problem. Now, I've had other problems on this laptop, namely the webcam. And if you saw my unboxing video, this webcam here is a defect in the sense that the lens is messed up. They're showing some spots and so forth. So not good in that regard. Let me see if I can get this camera. There we go. Okay, so the touchpad is the issue for some people. I have not experienced a touchpad problem. The display is absolutely gorgeous. A UHD Plus display. We're looking at 3840 by 2400. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have the touch display. Now, because I had a problem with the webcam, Dell actually reached out to me, and it was the product manager for the XPS line. So somebody who was in charge of this did reach out to me. And they're looking into the issue, and they are sending me an updated model because they want to make sure I can give you the best possible light forward. They're giving me the 8-core one, the one with the Core i7 with the 8 cores. This is the 6 cores. So I will be getting that early next week. So stay tuned. So I'm going to wait to do my full review till I have the 8-core processor, Core i7 with the 8 cores. I think it's 8750H or something like that. I don't remember the numbers, but that'll give you a better idea, and I'll compare it to this one, which is the 6 cores. So any questions on that, just let me know. Handquake, thank you for becoming a member. You're at the silver level. Thank you so much. We are growing the memberships here on the channel, and I want to thank Handquake. Let's give him a special effect. If I could find it, here you go. This is for you, Handquake. Coming up. Okay, so I'm glad to see Handquake become part of the channel, which I've always been, but helping support the channel. So I really appreciate that. Now, other news from Dell, while we're on the topic of Dell, I will be getting the 9510 next week. It's coming in. It's the Latitude 9510. And I've got something really special coming. I have the Dell Precision 5750 coming. That's basically the XPS 17, but the business version or the professional version. So I'm going to be getting that on Monday, and it's a pre-production unit. They have only one, and they asked me if I wanted to do it first. So I'm going to have a quick turnaround with this one. So I'm going to get it in the studio. I'm going to unbox it, and then I'm going to do my review. But I have very little time with it. But it'll give us a good idea about the XPS 17. Same body, same display, same chassis as the XPS 17, but I believe I'm getting the one with the Xeon processor and the Quadro graphics. I think it's the 3000 series graphics. So really powerful stuff, very expensive stuff, and I'm really fortunate that Dell is sending it to me first. Pre-production unit coming very soon. The production unit will be coming soon, but I will get a first look at it. So that's going to be great. All right, so let's start taking some questions. So just so you are aware, the Dell XPS 15 does have, for other people, a touchpad issue. I have not had an issue with it. It's working fine for me. My issue has been with the camera. When you go into the camera, and let's do that real quick. Let's go to the camera. And, well, don't want that, hold on. Camera. Okay, so here's my issue. You probably can see it here. It's going to be a little bit. You see these lines here? I don't know if I could switch to this camera. So you can see the lines here. This is a defect. This shouldn't be on any camera. Now I thought maybe there's some dirt or some specks on the lens, but that's not the issue. That's not the case here. It is a defect, and Dell will be sending me a new one. This one's going back. I bought this one, by the way. I did not receive a review unit from Dell. Not yet. They're sending me one next week. This one I purchased with my own money. This one has a 6 cores. This one has the 4K Plus or the UHD Plus display. Really great performance so far. I'm working on my full review, but I'm going to wait till I get the 8-core model into the studio before I do that. So this is the camera, and the camera's not great, but it'll be adequate if it wasn't defective. So we'll have to see how that comes on the new model. Let me see how many we have of you here. 50 so far. Dan, good to see you. I had it confirmed the XPS 9500 keyboard is identical to the XPS 9300. I think the 9700 will also be the same keyboard. We're going to find out. Now, I will be getting the Precision 5750, I believe. It's basically the XPS 17 for professionals. Okay. Yeah, it's, you know, look, it happens. And, you know, the other thing we have to talk about is quality control when it comes to Dell, because there has been some there has been some issues with quality control, apparently. We have to basically wait and see if this is a one-off kind of issue. But right now, I'm not sure if it's just on my unit. I'm assuming it's one of those things that'll, you know, one in every so often you'll get it. I'm going to see, you know, they're going to send me a new unit and we'll see how that all goes. So Mallory, yeah, we'll see. But this is going back. I'm not going to spend $2,400 and accept that. Now, if you saw my video, you saw the condition the box came in. In fact, let's take a look at that video real quick, because I'll have that box there. Let me just open it up here. Choose file. Okay, so I'm going to keep the sound off. We don't really need the sound. And I'm going to scrub ahead to the unboxing portion. And there it is. So as you can see in this video, and let me take off the camera. Oops, let me go back. Sorry about that. Trying to get this going. There we go. So let me get back to that section there. So this is basically how it came, and it was not in good condition. And it's really unacceptable when you think about it, to have a $2,400, $2,500 product come in this condition. And that's how I got it. And I'm not sure, the inner box looked okay, although there was a little, you can see in the corner there wasn't so great. But I'm not sure if this was a one-off kind of thing. I'm not sure. Now, there are some bent fins on the bottom. I don't know if you noticed it on the video right there. It is a little, they're bent. And I didn't do anything to it. That's the way it came. Let me get out of this video. Here we go. So it's bent here a little bit. There's a little indentation. Not a huge deal. Again, this one is going back, but that's what we have here. So Dan, the 9500 is in a funny place, right between the ultra portable 9300, superior cooling, and therefore likely better thermals than the 9700. I don't have the 9700. Thermals are okay with the Dell XPS 15 9500. I'll go more into that in my review, but it's okay. It's not terrible, but not the best either. Okay, William, how are you, my friend? Is it possible the box was damaged so bad that it damaged the camera? I don't know, William, because the inner box, as you saw in the video, was okay, but it's just a little off-putting that you spend $2,400 and it comes in that condition. I don't know. You know, again, I don't know who to blame here. I'm assuming it's FedEx because they were the last ones who had it before they delivered it to me. So I guess it's them. Tech Realm says the camera could be damaged from shipping or maybe Dell quality control. Again, I don't want to point fingers. And I have to say, in all honesty, they have been great to me. Dell has been great to me. And they reached out to me when they saw this video. Again, I purchased this with my own money. They reached out to me and they have been great. And they're sending me some new stuff and they're going to replace it with the 8-core one for me to check out. So it's all going to work out in the end, I think. All right, let's see if any other questions. Thermals we'll talk about in the full review, people. Now, you can game on this. Yes, there's definitely gaming ability with the 1650 Ti with Max-Q design. So I've been playing GTA 5 on it. I've been playing Witcher 3. Again, I'll bring you all of the numbers in the full review, but you can definitely play on it. It's definitely handled it very well. Okay, we have 55 of you in the live stream so far, so that's good. How's everybody doing? Yeah, who ships a box not in a box, especially for the money? You know, a lot of manufacturers do it, not just Dell. They actually just send you the laptop box. There's no outer box sometimes, or a lot of times now. I know Lenovo does it as well sometimes, but Dell does that. HP does that, but they do a lot better in terms of packaging. I can tell you that. Good to see you, Alan. How are you from Thailand? And William's saying, so long as they make good on this, it shows good customer service. Yeah, they've been great. But again, I'm not the typical consumer that they're dealing with. I have a relatively nice sized channel now, not huge, but I guess there's some cachet to that. And I do work with their PR people, their marketing people to get reviews out, and they've been great to me. But this was purchased with my own money. So this was as if, you know, a consumer went out and bought it, and that's what they're going to experience. Hopefully not get a damaged box like I did. It was really off-putting. I was not happy when that was delivered like that. I wasn't home when it got delivered, so I couldn't reject it, but it'll all work out in the end, so I'm not really worried about it. You know, it's a well-built machine, don't get me wrong, but this one does have issues. Again, with the camera, bent fins on the bottom, and I don't know, again, I don't know if FedEx was to blame on that. Again, I don't want to speculate here, but again, these are the facts. I can present them to you. You come to your own conclusions. All right, so below this, let's go back here. Okay, below this is the MacBook 16, and I'm going to do a head-to-head between these two. I don't know why we're getting a little lag there. Between the two, and you can see sort of where they are in terms of size. Let me go to this camera because that camera's janky a little bit right now. And you can see the two of them, and I'm going to be doing a head-to-head on them. I'm looking forward to that. This has become my main editing machine, the MacBook Pro. This is great if you want to use Premiere Pro. I've tested it already. 4K video editing is working very well on this. I have no complaints on that. Again, I'm not mainly editing in Premiere. I'm using Final Cut Pro on the Mac. Okay, so just so you know. All right, let's take some more questions. Let's see here. Dan says, I know the size identical to the guy who has a 9300, 9500, couldn't see a difference. I believe 3 is 1.3 millimeters, but there are some websites quoting 1 millimeter, so I guess depends on how you measure it. You're talking about the size differences. Now, this is the 9300 here. So just to give you a little bit of an idea, here you go. So on the bottom is the the MacBook 16. On top, on the middle is the XPS 15, and on the top is the Dell XPS 13 9300. So you can see the three of them. So that gives you a nice size idea. This is a 16-inch, 15.6 inch, 13.4 inch. So give you a size comparison. Thickness, you can see the differences here. I don't know if we're going to get some lower stream quality. I just got a little alert, but hopefully that'll rectify itself. There you can see the differences in the size. So, you know, good stuff. Now, I really like the 9300 as far as the size is concerned. It's my great grab-and-go laptop. I use it all the time. I will have to send it back to Dell at some point. They've been really gracious to let me use it. So really kudos to them for showing you guys, allowing me to show you guys that. JFZ is asking, do you sell these units you buy? Do you return them to get your money back? Well, the Dell, I don't normally return them to get my money back. I usually either keep them or sell them, or I keep them long-term to do follow-up videos. If I do get a unit from like Dell, Lenovo, or HP, they send me, I send it back to them. Some of them allow you to keep it long-term. For instance, this Dell XPS 13 is on loan long-term, but I will eventually have to give it back. Now, as far as returning, I will be returning the Dell XPS 15 because it is defective. You know, it has a defective camera and there are some other issues. But overall, I'm really, really liking it. Okay, so, you know, I would love to get the Huawei. I saw the MacBook X Pro 2020 come out. They didn't send me one. I know some other people out of the United States already got units. I'm trying to get one. We'll see what happens on that. Now, I do have the Redmi Book 16 from Xiaomi coming, I think next week. So I will have a Ryzen 7 product in the house. And that looks pretty interesting, 16-inch laptop with Ryzen 7. And I have been super impressed with the Ryzen processors. The first one that I got is this one. And this is the Ryzen 5 in the, and you can see it here. in the Flex 5. This has been really, really good. Now, let me cut to the top. So just to give you a little bit of a taste of it, there it is. It's got a pen. $5.99 is a great price. What it gets is a pen for you. You get a nice build quality. Now this is plastic, but it feels fantastic. It's got a nice soft coating on it, a premium coating that makes it feel very premium. Even though this is plastic, it's not cheap in any way. And I gotta say, now the one thing I'm not crazy about is the display brightness. I wish it was a little bit brighter. So, you know, that's the other thing about it. But what I've been really impressed with is this Ryzen 5 processor, getting good numbers. I'm able to play games on it. I play GTA 5 on it, Rocket League, a few others. Actually performing really surprisingly good. I'm going to have my unboxing and first look video hopefully out by tomorrow, latest on Sunday, but I think I'm almost done. This has been fantastic. So we'll talk more about that. As far as a Dell 2-in-1, I have coming on Monday the Dell, or sometime next week, I shouldn't say Monday. I have the 9510 2-in-1 business focused Latitude 2-in-1, and that's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to that one. I will be receiving that sometime next week. So that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you don't want the, okay, you don't want it. Okay. Either way, we got the Dell XPS 15 here. So that's what it is, good man. So we've already gone into 26 minutes. You know, I don't know where the time goes on these live streams. My God, I guess time goes by when you're having fun, right? As they say. Yes, the Ryzen 5 on this this model has been great. I've been super impressed with this. This has been fantastic. This is a 2-in-1 convertible, $599 from Lenovo. It has a Ryzen 5, and the processing power has been excellent. The integrated Radeon graphics have been excellent. I've been super impressed with this. Again, I'm looking forward to bringing you my unboxing, to be followed by the review. Okay, so here I'm back. All right. Does Dell send you their USB-C Thunderbolt 3 dock to review? I actually am using it right now. Yes, they do. They did send me one. I still have to do a video on it. I can't show it to you now unless you can sort of, well, I don't want to mess up my settings right now. But yes, I do have a Dell Thunderbolt 3 dock, and it's actually working really well. Okay, let's talk about, let's see what this is. I've read reviews, RoeB says, I've read reviews about display issues with the IdeaPad Flex 14, which is this unit right here. It's going white with gray lines. No, I didn't have this issue at all. It's about 250 nits to display. Just wish it was a little bit brighter. But other than that, it's been fantastic. In fact, it's bright enough for indoor use. 250 nits is definitely good enough. It is a glossy display. But at $599, I'm not going to ding them too hard on the brightness, because you're getting great performance out of that Ryzen 5 4500U, the Radeon graphics that are integrated. I'm getting good battery life out of it. It has a 52.5 watt-hour battery, and that's been pretty good. So yeah, I've been super impressed with this. Stay tuned for that video. It's coming. All right. Yeah, I've been promised by Microsoft the Surface Book 3. I'm waiting on them. They're waiting on a bunch of units to come in. Hopefully next week we'll get some movement on that. Yeah, you do get the pen. I really like the fact that this comes with the pen. Now, I'm not crazy about this solution for the storing the pen. As you see here, as you see there, that's not the best solution. And it's a USB, a little doohickey thing, as you can see there. And you know, you put the pen in it. It's sort of okay. It's sort of like an afterthought, in my opinion. I prefer to have something built in, or something strong magnet on the side. That might be better. Again, I'm not going to ding them too hard. Again, at $599, I think they're giving you pretty good value on this bad boy. Really good stuff. Okay. Let's see what Dan has to say, one of my favorite people. Dan, Ryzen's are helping budget laptops match the premium models. I would like to see these in the Dell XPS third. I think a lot of people want to see them in the XPS line. I think a Ryzen is the best way to progress the development of ultra-thin laptops. Intel runs too hot. I agree, Dan. I think you've got a good point there. Imagine the Dell XPS 13, 15, and 17 running the Ryzen processors, and I think it would be pretty interesting stuff. I think Intel should be concerned here for sure. Price of the Flex 5, this model, the Flex 5, is $599, a fantastic, great deal for considering the price to performance ratio. The performance is very good. $599. I think it's I don't want to stress it too much, but it is the big selling feature here, in my opinion. I'm hopefully trying to get it from Asus. Nitesh, the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. I've been on them. I've been annoying them, I'm sure, but hopefully sooner rather than later. Mr. OE86, a Lenovo Flex 5 versus MacBook 13. Which do you recommend? I've used the MacBook 13, but the prior models, I think the 2018 model, and I liked it a lot. But I like the value that this one brings. I'm really happy with the Flex 14. I think the Mate 13 is going to be a little bit more premium than this, but in terms of metal build. But don't be fooled. That plastic build is not cheap feeling at all, and I want to stress that. This is a very nice device as far as build. Nice sturdy hinge. You know, sometimes we get these 2-in-1s that got a loose hinge. This does not have a loose hinge. It's got a nice sturdy hinge. I'm very happy with that. And you can see from the top down, very understated logo. Nice soft deck on it. Nice soft deck on the top. I don't know why that third camera is giving me up. Let's try it again. There it is. Again, my A10 Mini is acting up a little bit. It's my camera switcher. I got 3 cameras here, and that's acting up and a little bit janky tonight. But that's okay. We got enough cameras going here. All right. Next question. I see we have 46 of you in the live stream. Yeah, that would be another good one. And I know the NVs are coming with AMD options on them as well. So that might be a good comparison between the two. And I expect to review the HP Envy 13 with the Ryzen processors as well as the Intel processors, as I've done in the past. So yeah, that should be pretty good. So yeah, I mean, you know, this has been a really crazy week. It started with my LG Gram 17 that nobody cared about, which I really like. But again, I got I think a little over 4,000 views. Followed by my unboxing video of the XPS 15, which is doing pretty good. Not quite as well as I was hoping. Again, I was a little late to the party. Other people got it before me. And of course, in YouTube, timing is everything, it seems to be. Yeah, interesting point, Oblivious. It came with a USB charger. But even though it has a barrel pin connector place for you to charge it over here. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Seems like they decided to go to USB after the fact, I guess. I'm guessing that's what happened. USB charges pretty fast on it. It's good. Obviously, it doesn't have Thunderbolt 3, but it does do display, charge, and data. So it does handle everything pretty well so far in my testing. They don't make Sony's out of the game, but they did spin off, or their Vio line did spin off into its own company, and I've reviewed quite a bit of their laptops. Check out my channel. I think I did the Vio 12, SX12, the all-new one for 2020 recently, so check it out. I think it was the 12 or I think the 14. One of them I did. Yeah, I do like the Gram. I'm very happy with it. I have it right here. Under 3 pounds, which is, you know, unreal how light this thing is. I mean, look at this thing. It's one of those things you have to see in person to really appreciate it. You know, to really get a good grasp on how light this is. It's pretty amazing. I'm trying to get this third camera working. It seems to be a little janky, but yeah, you can get it here. So you can see the fingerprints on it, but at 17 inches, unreal to be under 3 pounds. That to me is pretty amazing. So that's the LG Gram 17. I just dropped my video on it earlier this week. All right, people, let's see, we're at 35 minutes into the live stream. Let's see what Jose Villaro. Hi, Andrew. I'm looking for the Lenovo programming. Everything says the screen is garbage, but for my use, would it be too much of an issue? Are you talking? I'm assuming you're talking about the Flex 5. The display is 250 nits. That's my only gripe with it. I kind of wish it was 300 or above, but at $599, it's a very good display. In all other aspects, it's good enough for indoor use, but in outdoors, you might have some issues in direct sunlight. Good for programming. Yeah, I think that Ryzen 5 is actually performing really well. It's surprised the heck out of me on this one. It's a good choice, Jose. So hopefully that answers your question. Tech for Your Needs is in the house. How are you, Tech for Your Needs? Good to see you. I do not have the XPS 13 getting overly hot. I do feel it get quite warm sometimes under really heavy load, but nothing incredibly hot. So hopefully that answers your question, Roe B. All right, so we got 62 of you in the live stream. If you're not subscribed to my channel, check it out. A lot of good stuff coming into the studio. Just for those that were not here at the beginning, I mentioned I have the Dell Latitude 9510 on the way to the studio from Dell. So they're sending me one, which I'm really excited about. It looks really good in terms of the potential. I have a pre-production unit, and apparently the only one that Dell's giving out right now, of the Dell Precision 5750, which is basically the XPS 17 for the professionals. So it's got the same chassis, same 16:10 display, 17-inch display, touch display. So it's identical with the carbon fiber and everything, except it's running, I believe the one I'm getting is going to have the updated processors, the Xeon processors, and the Quadro graphics. I think it's the RTX 3000 series, which is great for CAD work, for video rendering, and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. That's coming on Monday, and I'm going to have a quick turnaround on that. I had to promise Dell that I would get it in, get the unboxing, get the review, and then get it back to them, because it is a pre-production unit. So stay tuned for that. Oh, Fly Guy, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Good to have you back in the live stream. We've missed you, and I'm glad you made it tonight. Okay, Kariya Holly is asking, how do you think the HP X360 15T compares with the Yoga C940 15-inch? I did the C940 15 late last year. Liked it very much. I think it will be comparable to the updated Spectre X360 15T, which got delayed. Okay, I'm expecting mine to come in end of June at this point. So I think third week in June. So maybe in 2 weeks I'll have it. Right now we're already at June 12th. So we should have it towards the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, Sheer is asking, any way you can compare the XPS 15 size to the MacBook Pro 13 or the Surface Laptop 3? I don't have the Laptop 3 here. I don't have the Pro 13, but I do have the MacBook 16 here. Let me move these out of the way. This is the MacBook 16 right here, and this is the Dell, and you can get a good size idea. Let me go to the overhead cam if it can get it working. And here you can see it. I'll put this to the side. It's a little bit weird, the camera right now. Let me go back to this one. You can see the size. Hopefully this will work. There you go. Oh, there it didn't go. Isn't that funny that this sort of like works? It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. So you can see the difference between the 16 MacBook Pro, okay, the 16 MacBook Pro and the Dell XPS 15. Let me get out of that because I'm having too many troubles with my overhead cam tonight. So you can see it here, right there. Back to camera one, and hopefully I can get into focus. There we go. All right. Which is better for video editing? Which i7? I have the 80, what do I have? The 8750H or something. I'm terrible with the numbers. I have the 6-core Dell XPS 15, the one with the Core i7 with a 6-core 10th gen processor. I think it's a 107, I don't know, don't quote me on it, 10750H, 6 cores, good for video editing. I've done 4K on it through Premiere Pro, actually performed pretty well. I am getting the 8-core from Dell, the Core i7, and they did tell me, and I hope I'm not supposed to, I don't think they told me not to say anything, so I'm going to tell you guys, the Core i9 is coming. They will have an announcement next week. It should be available. So if you're in the market for the i9 version of the XPS 15, wait, don't order it. Wait till next week. They should have something for you. A little exclusive here. I don't know if anybody's ever said that yet. Tech for your needs. Let's get Andrew to 100K by the end of July. Share on all your social media. I appreciate that, Tech for your needs. I really do appreciate that. That means a lot. Right now I'm on pace for October according to Social Blade. Take it for what it's worth. I don't know how accurate that is, but it somewhat gives you an idea of when I'll hit it. We'll hit it this year, hopefully. We're right now, I think, at 87.5. Let me do a quick check of the subscriber count because I'm obsessed. So we're at 87,497. So we're 3 shy of 87.5. So we're getting there. We're making progress, people, and I appreciate that. I'm going to have the 8-core next week. Dell reached out to me after they saw my unboxing video and my defective camera on it, and they're sending me the 8-core next week. They're waiting for it to come back in. I guess somebody else had it, and then I'm getting it. I'm going to have, Jose, I'm going to have something very interesting. The XPS 17, of course, is the consumer level device, but I'm getting the Dell Dell Precision 5750. I believe that's what it is. It's basically the XPS 17, same body, same display, with Xeon processor instead of the U processors or the H processors, and the graphics are going to be the RTX 3000 on it. So it should be some pretty interesting stuff, and it'll give us a good idea of the XPS 17 because it has an identical body, same chassis and everything. So we should get a good sense of what the size and what we can expect with the consumer grade XPS 17. I'm glad you just subscribed, Jose. Jose Lopez, welcome to the channel. Hope you find what you're helpful, a lot of useful videos for you out there and so forth. So that's good. I will be so the Core i9, if those of you who have been watching or joined us late, I spoke to Dell. Dell told me that the i9 will start to be available next week from what I understand. And that is coming because I know a lot of you have been holding out for a Core i9 and it is on the way. And I think you can get it for the 15 and for the 17. Steve, how are you, my friend? Any chance for a meetup somewhere in Vegas, maybe the MGM Grand? I would love to do a meetup. Are you here locally? I know Handquake, I believe you're here locally also. I know you're who's now a member, by the way. Memberships are open. I'd love to do a meetup. If we get enough people together, we could definitely do a meetup. Of course, we'd have to practice social distancing. I would love to do it, Steve, so let me know. Let's see, maybe we can organize something. Other people, any of other people are in Vegas, let me know. Oh, good, Dan, you're back. Good to see you. You're back, joining the live stream once again. All right, so let's see. Oh, good. Again, like I said, I'm glad you're back. Is there any danger, according to Oblivious Optimist? I'm glad you're optimist. You're an optimist. Is there any danger using laptop USB-C charger to charge your phone? I do it all the time. I don't know if it's good or bad. I just do it all the time. You know, I have not had any issues. I have the Pixel 4 XL, and I use my MacBook charger all the time. So, you know, It doesn't, I haven't seen any degradation of the battery that I wouldn't normally see under normal use. I didn't see any negative effects. Again, I haven't done any studies on it, and I haven't read any studies. Just seems to be here. Yeah, let's do it. We got to do a meetup, Handquake and Steve. We got to get this going, because I know Steve wanted to do one. Let's see here. So Steve said it here, and then Handquake, let's bring you onto the stream here. I could put you here, and then we could do a meetup here in Vegas. I would love that, guys. So if anybody else is in the Vegas area, or even want to come in from Los Angeles or somewhere nearby, we can do a get-together. It would be kind of fun. Maybe when I hit the 100,000, we should do a party. You know, maybe I'll do a party, and I'll rent a restaurant or do something, you know. But again, we have to practice social distancing. So, Fly Guy's not in Vegas, but would love to come into town and help out and help get back to normal. Yes, we would love to have you, love to meet you. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe this sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. And I guess you're in the airline industry, so you might have ability to get here pretty easily, hopefully. That's good. That's good to hear. Okay, so getting back to Dan's question about let's leave this here. I kind of like it. I don't think there's a danger, but I've heard some devices refuse to charge from certain charges that exceed the requirements. Yeah, I haven't had that issue. Again, I'm using mainly the Pixel 4 XL, and I have not had that issue. Mallory's in Philly. Well, Mallory, maybe we could do a virtual event as well. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So maybe we have a good idea here, guys. Dan is saying XPS 16 lasts 20 to 30 minutes less than the previous generation. It has a smaller battery, if I'm not mistaken. I think it has a smaller battery. I have not had any issues with the battery on it, but I mostly plug mine in, to be honest. I'm editing in Final Cut Pro. I need it to be plugged in to get the most power out of it. Tech for Your Needs is in Massachusetts. I wish you guys were all here, but this is what's so great about the live stream. We could all get together this way, and we got to figure some things out here. But we'll do it. 15. You're talking about the 15-inch. I don't have the 15-inch. I have the 16-inch MacBook Pro. No problem, Dan. No problem. Has the new Precision been announced? Okay, exclusive. Yeah, it's coming. I'm getting a pre-production on Monday from Dell, so don't tell anybody. I'm getting one on Monday. It's coming in. I'm going to have a fast turnaround. It's the Dell 5750, which is the Dell XPS 17 for professionals. It's going to look exactly the same as the 17, same display, same carbon fiber deck, everything we love about it. We could do it. We could do it. We're doing it now, Tech for Needs. We're doing it now. But yeah, we're going to do something special as we get closer to 100,000. We're going to do some special stuff. But if anybody's in the Vegas area, and I know that they announced CES this year is on. I don't know how people feel about it. Is it too soon to do an in-person event? I'm kind of ambivalent. I'm here in Las Vegas. I would love to go, but I'm also cautious and a little concerned that maybe it is a little too soon. So I don't know, but we'll have to figure that out. Brian is saying, change my mind about the Dell. Change my mind about the Dell to tell you, compare which is cheaper, more powerful between Dell Precision 2020, Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 2. Due to my course in civil engineering, I don't have it yet. I've done the P1 Gen 2, the P3, the P1 Gen 3 should be coming pretty soon, I think. And by the way, I was supposed to have today, it didn't come because of a weather delay. I'll get it on Monday. The Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 8 or 8th Gen, I don't know how they're what they're saying. I'm getting it. I actually ordered it myself, so I should be getting it on Monday as well. So we got a lot of stuff coming here to the channel. We're at 49 minutes. I want to keep it to an hour tonight, people, because I don't know how much battery I have in the camera right now. So we'll see. We need to have a drinking game for the live streams. Yeah, how many times I go out of focus, how many times I have technical difficulties, it would be really, really trashed by that point. Rahul is asking, did you get it? Did I have any issues with the 15 trackpad? Many users have reported clicking sound. I don't have this issue. I don't know. I tried to recreate it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I got lucky. I have other issues. I got a camera that's defective with spots on it. I've bent grills on the bottom. So you can see here, it's a little bit bent over here. It's hard to show it on camera, but it's over here. Not good. I'm not happy about that. Again, this particular unit is going back. So I'm within the return period anyway, so we're good. We're good. All right. What's so funny? Laugh out loud. I don't know. Did I miss something? Oh, suggested for 100K invite viewers to chat with you for a couple of minutes, then you can alternate. Yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, that's a very good idea. And we can, I don't like to use it on Ecamm Live. What I can use it with, I have a subscription with StreamYard. So with StreamYard, I can bring people in, and that's a great idea, Tech for Your Needs. Thank you. I think that's what we'll do. We can do like a virtual, we can have people coming in, and we could talk. But the thing is, you got to have a decent camera. I want to have pretty good cameras on, but as long as I can hear you and see you okay, we should be fine. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's a good idea. The latest 360 I'm getting end of, it's delayed, but I'm getting it end of June, from what I was told. If the P1 Gen 3 comes, the previous one is much cheaper. Yeah, the P1 I love. If you saw my Gen 2 review of that, I loved it. So yeah, if you can get it as a good deal, it's very powerful. I love it. It's fantastic. Dan brings up a good point. More cores still equal better performance. 4 cores work to the max thermals. 6 cores work to the max thermals. So 2 extra cores is better. Couldn't have said it any better. You are correct. How are you, Brian Knights? 59 of you in the live stream. So we're looking good, people. I didn't get dressed up tonight, but you know what? We're doing it. Busy week, end of the week. It's been a crazy week, and I'm looking forward to all the new stuff coming to the studio. 0 Hour, how are you? 10th Gen mobile, 8 cores, worth the upgrade over the 9th Gen. I think Dan answered your question pretty well. 10th Gen, 8 cores, worth the upgrade over the 9th Gen 8 cores. I think the thermals are, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they did some improvements on the thermals. So hopefully, it depends on the implementation by each manufacturer, but I'm pretty sure it's better. The 10th Gen has better cooling. In general, again, there may be some exceptions. Mariam saying, I want to get the XPS 15. What is your advice? Yeah, it's good. There are some quality control issues right now. I've had the camera issue on mine. I didn't see any other reviews have that same issue. Dell has done the good thing and reached out to me. They are making it right, so we should be good on that front. I did have a bent fins on the bottom, so that's not good. But I don't want to indict them on this. I think we need to wait and see. But as far as the quality control, I have some questions. I love Dell, you know that, but let's see what happens. Tech Realm, sorry I've been gone for a while. Anyway, I had to leave by. All right, Tech Realm, thanks for coming by, man. Good to see you again. We'll see you in the next one. I got some great videos on the way. All right, Dimitri, what are you asking? What is the sweetest spot between all Windows PCs, from Ultrabooks, gaming laptops, or desktops if I don't have any computer? I think the Dell XPS 15 is a nice all-arounder. It's got a good size display. It's got good power, good build quality most of the time, if you don't have those issues. I love it. I think the Dell XPS 15 might be the one to look at long-term for a nice, good all-around laptop. So we'll see. But that's the one I would go with, Dimitri. That's the one I would definitely go with. Okay. I appreciate that, Usman. Do I think AMD is cheesed off that you share names? I just happen to have that name. That's my initials, Andrew Mark David. And I do have the AMD Ryzen laptop here, the Flex 5, I don't think they mind. I mean, I don't have any issues. I really don't have too much contact with them, believe it or not. I'm surprised about that. But yeah, I mean, I'm loving the AMD Ryzen processors right now, so that's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Okay, so... All right, we're at 54 minutes. Maybe we'll go for a little bit more. I don't want to jinx us. We'll see. Wait and see. Yeah, let's see. I think they're going to be good sales coming down the road. Dell usually has some pretty good sales. Hope I didn't mess up the microphone. So we'll see what you. There's so many good choices out right now. I've got a lot of good stuff on the way to the studio. So I would wait and see for if you can. Of course, if you need a laptop, go buy one. That's been my advice from day one. If you need something, you got to get the job done. You need the right tool. Go ahead and get it. Let's see. You love my reviews. How bad is the Lenovo IdeaPad Flex display? I like the display. It's good. It's just not bright enough. It's at 250 nits. I like to see over 300, but it's been pretty good. Let's take a look at it. So here you see it. We'll use this camera for this. So you can see, it's hard to show it on a live stream, but it is a reflective display. It's a touch display. It's pretty responsive. It's pretty good in terms of, if I can get it to work. Of course, I'm having an issue right now. Of course, right? When you just want to do something, always something goes wrong. Let me restart it. Let's just restart it and see what happens, because I'm not really sure. But it's a good laptop and it's a good display. I would definitely consider this. This is a $600 laptop that gives you the pen included, which is not something we normally see. Build quality is very good. It is a plastic build, but it's not cheap in any way. It has a nice soft deck on it, which is really comfortable. I like the design. I like the top firing speakers. They're Dolby audio on this. It's really good. I really have very little complaints. Now the display could stand to be brighter, but at 250 nits indoors, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And you can see the pen working now. So yeah, you can see it's a touch display. I really do like it. I think it's a good value at $600. You could game on it. You can play Fortnite, but you probably would be better off on the lower settings. GTA 5, if you go to the low settings, you're going to get about 30 frames per second, but it is playable if you just tweak some of the settings. So not bad for a $600 two-in-one laptop. Okay. Isn't there, Mallory's saying, isn't there a touchscreen button on the bottom right to activate the touchscreen? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. I don't know. It's working now. I don't know. You could turn off. I think there might be an ability to turn it off. I'm not really sure. No problem, my friend. No problem. I disagree. It's not junk. I disagree. Yes, drink. I will be drunk. This is not junk. I disagree wholeheartedly. People, check this out. My review will be coming on this. This is going to be a good one. This is $600, good performance. You don't want to miss this one. This is going to be a good one. Okay. Graphic design, I actually have one coming on Monday, the Dell Precision 5750, which is basically the XPS 17 for the professionals. But it's the same body, same everything. But that's expensive, but it's powerful. It'll get the job done. Yeah, I didn't check out Just Josh yet. I've been meaning to. His recommendation for the 500 laptops explains why the 300 nits for brightness should be the minimum. I agree. I've said that from day one. 250 is not bad. You're indoors. It's not an issue for me. Let's be clear. It's when you go outdoors and stuff, you might have some issues. It would have been great to be at 300 nits. But again, you know, I can't fault them too much, but a great overall laptop so far. I'm very happy with the price to performance on this. I'm really happy. Should be soon. I'm hoping that this will come out soon. So we'll see. All right. let's see, lower thirds. Okay, so where are we right now? We're at an hour, pretty much. How many people are here? 55. So precision, Jose's asking, precision for, say, feature film editing over the XPS. Good question. It depends. If you're going to get the precision with the RTX 3000 graphics, yes, the Quadro graphics, I think you'll be better off with that for video editing. But it's not cheap. But for feature films, I'm sure that's not the issue for you guys, right? Any finicky driver stuff with the 15? I haven't noticed anything crazy, or is Dell finally shipping weapons? I got a number of updates already with it, so everything seems to be working okay. I haven't had the issue with the trackpad. Other people have, so I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. I'm gonna forget about that camera 3. I keep wanting to go to camera 3, but it's not working. This touchpad, again, some people say it's not even. See, I don't have that clicking noise. I don't have it. I tried to recreate. I think Matthew Moniz had it. Problem with that? I don't know. I tried to recreate it, but couldn't get it to do that. So mine is actually working okay, but I don't know about other people. Karia is saying HP has a version of the Envy with the AMD processors and 400 nit screen. I'm very intrigued. I am too. I can't wait to get them into the studio. Hopefully we'll get them pretty soon. All right, I think we're at an hour. I want to see if we can cut it off here because I got a lot of work to do. I got to get these reviews out. I got to get the Dell XPS 15 review underway. I've been doing my testing on it and been very impressed with it so far. So really, I couldn't get to everybody's questions tonight, but I really do appreciate you checking in. I know it's been a late edition live stream, a sort of lack of notice, but I wanted to get one in this week, so I'm glad I was able to. So we'll see. We'll keep, I might do one tomorrow. Maybe we can do one tomorrow during the day to get the other time zones in. So we'll see. I don't know. I can't promise you anything. I got a lot of stuff to do. So I appreciate everything. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Helps people see the video. If you don't catch me today live, you could always catch the replay. I don't take them down to the detriment maybe of the channel, but you know what? I let the people have what they want. I agree there needs to be a Thunderbolt 3 equivalent. So we'll see. Maybe AMD is working on something. I'm sure they are, so we'll have to see. It's coming, Jose. I'm getting it on Monday, so I'm going to work my you-know-what off to get it out for you guys, so stay tuned. I have not had any issues with the XPS 15 as far as Wi-Fi is concerned, so it's the killer Wi-Fi 6. I haven't had any issues on it, so we'll see. All right, man, have a good weekend, Handquake. Have a good weekend, William. Good to see you, everybody. Tech Realm, who was here earlier, thank you for stopping by. Steve, good to see you again. And maybe we'll do that get-together here in Vegas. Handquake, we want you there too. Fly Guy, thanks, Mallory, once again. I'm glad that you were able to stop by. Thanks, Dan. Good to see you as well. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'm sure I missed some people, but you know who you are. Again, check out all the videos that I produced this week. I have a lot of good stuff on the way. So we'll see you in the next video. And I'm going to try to maybe do another live stream this weekend. So stay tuned. Watch your inboxes. You might see something, okay? I can't promise it, but maybe it'll come. So until the next video, this is Andrew signing off. And everybody have a good night. See ya.